Hello and welcome to the heliosblog. My name is Helios, here for another reaction video. Today, Sneako and Chian get into a fierce debate. Let's get into it.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
What would you do if I couldn't cook?
Get you some cooking classes and call your mother and say you failed.
It's amazing. Oh man, yeah. I mean, it is true. It's sad if the man has to fix the problems, right? The man has to fix the problems that the parents have created for the child. It is sad. Although very often you as a man in your role will have to do that. You'll have to train out the behaviors that you don't like in your girlfriend or wife. Yeah, that's kind of a fact of life ultimately. And your children too. It'll happen.
I deal with a lot more haram every single day on a panel of 10 haram women. This is nothing. I'm trained, I'm ready to go. She can ask me whatever she likes. I'm an open book. I'm one of the most honest people I know. So honest, I think that's why they had to ban me on YouTube. Sniper out now on all platforms.
Yeah, telling the truth is a terrible sin in 2023. But truth is most beautiful undraped. All right, let's continue. By the way, her reaction to Sneako is actually very positive. You see, her body language is indicating interest and intrigue. So she's actually, I think she's actually interested in Sneako.
Good morning.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great.
Nice to
can
meet
you give me
you.
a hug? Great to meet you.
Oh, but the hug was bad, bad body language.
You
Nice
look
to meet
great.
you.
I wasn't knowing what to expect.
Thank you, you look nice yourself.
Nice. I put on a good shirt.
Yeah, it's a very nice shirt. Oh, he's handsome and he looks nice.
My apologies for being late.
It's okay, better late than never.
Essex is a bit far. I did not think we were gonna come all the way here. I was in London.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's good to be back. I haven't seen grilling in a long time.
Yes, well, we're back. So, Cheyenne.
Nice to meet you, Sneako.
Nice to meet you, Sneako.
I actually think she looks really good. I like her hair, her outfit.
So, Sneako, tell me about yourself.
What do you?
Oh, by the way, I actually disagree. I think her outfit is quite unfeminine. And maybe this is controversial to say, but she's wearing the female suit, right? Which was made by Yves Saint Laurent, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, women should be wearing feminine clothing in the same way that men should be wearing masculine clothing. She shouldn't be wearing a female version of a male of male attire. I think that's moving in the wrong direction. All right, shilling time. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit all the notifications. Drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian and Tom M. Share this video with somebody. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. And go to my Patreon and subscribe. Patreon.com/theheliosblog. All right, let's get into it.
You want to know?
Let's start with your hobbies and interests.
Oh, by the way, that was a positive body language sign. When she moved the glass to be away from her, she wanted to make a more direct line between herself and Sneako. That means that's an indicator of interest.
Hobbies and interests. I'm working all the time recently, so there's not a lot of time to do anything extracurricular. I consider this fun. I enjoy talking to...
Dating?
Well, I enjoy talking to beautiful women, but...
Oh, right. Yeah, because effectively Cheyenne is... Yeah, the way that this podcast of hers works, or interviews, it's basically like a date. Except they end up arguing, so I don't know about that. But anyway.
But it's still work at the same time.
Oh, okay.
I'm always working.
Always working.
Always, yeah.
No sleep. So where's your accent from?
I grew up, I was born in New York City.
So what's New York like compared to London?
It's very similar.
Is it?
It's kind of identical in a lot of ways. It's getting infected by wokeness.
Indeed.
Quite a bit.
Infected by wokeness?
It's getting infected.
What do you mean? I think I'm woke.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, Sneako's reaction.
I think I'm woke. I'm conscious.
Big red flag. Giant red flag. I'm not really sure what she means by that word. People always...
Yeah. When she says that she's woke, it means that she follows the far, what is it, left? Far left agenda. The point being cultural Marxism. The idea is we believe that people are equal regardless of effort and ability. We believe that women are superior to men and women should effectively be men, or, you know, men are trash, etc. Anything that espouses conservative values is bad. You know, women's end count doesn't matter. All that kind of stuff is, yeah. When a girl says something like "I'm woke," you should immediately look for the next red flags. So next red flags are tattoos, masculine behavior and beliefs, signs of high end count, disrespectful masculine attitude. And as I said, her outfit is actually masculine. Yes, she is physically fit and has a beautiful form, but how she chooses to dress is a big sign. If she chooses to wear masculine clothing, you can expect that her attitude is going to be masculine as well. Now, it is a green flag when a girl, you know, she agrees to go out with you and she comes and dresses very beautifully. That actually is a green flag. But should she choose to wear masculine attire as her outfit, like, notice, short skirt and male suit, a blazer, right? That's not a feminine outfit. A feminine outfit would be some, you know, a little black dress, a little red dress, if she was, you know, going for some cocktail party style outfit. Or if she wanted to be even more feminine and less, show less skin, it would be a longer dress, maybe with some flowers, something like that. That is the idea. That's what you're looking for. You're not look very carefully for these signs. Her showing too much skin is also a sign that she might have a high end count, which is also a red flag. So keep those things in mind.
Always use that word in different scenarios, but that's, I kind of want to leave.
What is wokeness to you?
Wokeness is using weakness as a virtue. It's finding power in being a victim.
God.
Oh, there's that as well. Yeah, right. So the point is, historically, XYZ happened to my ancestors, therefore I deserve to be compensated for that. And you, as a person whose ancestors that didn't happen to, you are inferior to me now because of those things that happened in the past. There's also that undercurrent running through everything. Oh, and there's also the hierarchy of superiority based on how many bad things, how many what's the word, how many oppressions you have. Okay, now look at Chian. Now I know how to pronounce her name. It's Chian, apparently, even though it's spelled weird. So Chian, look, her response to Sneako, you know, disagreeing with her, is actually a green flag. She's actually attracted to the disagreement. So she probably grew up in a home where her parents argued all the time. She's attracted to conflict, right? But women in general are attracted to conflict because they don't want to be with a man who's agreeable. Because the man has to be disagreeable enough to be able to, you know, hurt an intruder in the house. And a man who's agreeable will not want to hurt other people, right? And there's more. Yeah, so notice her signs of interest here. Big smile, open, sunny face, that sort of thing is it's a green flag. It's an indicator of interest.
He's opinionated.
It's just virtue signaling. So blaming things for racism, blaming everything on sexism, on misogyny, on other circumstances. People like to latch on to identity politics to give them justification for where they are in life.
Oh, it's going to be a long day.
Or make climate change their personality because they...
Oh, right. Here's the problem. Okay, men. Advice for future dates, okay? If she brings up that she's woke, maybe you don't even want to continue the date. You should end it right there. But what you certainly should not or ever do is get into a debate about wokeness with her. That will get you nowhere. If you argue with a girl on the first date, you're not getting laid. You don't argue. You just reflect back whatever she says back at her, get laid twice, and then once you're in a friends with benefits arrangement, then you state your opinion and how you disagree, and then she'll come to your side. She'll mold herself in your image. But again, if she's woke like this, the risk after bedroom fun of bad things happening to you is much, much higher. I would recommend don't even go there. Just go for a girl that's not woke. Simple as that.
Need to feel like they're oppressed. It's everybody wanting to think that the system is against them when the system is actually giving us these ideas to just keep us distracted and keep us fearful and always yelling about nothing. That's London, that's New York.
But at the same time, like, everyone has a different reality. My experience as a woman is very different.
Oh, there it is. Let me stop you right there. How women argue 101. You say something and she says, yes, but my experience is X. They take their personal experience and generalize it to the population. That's called solipsism. No, not everything is like you. Not everyone agrees with what you believe. Not everyone has your perspective. But women seem to believe this, that what I personally believe and what I personally have experienced can be generalized to the whole population. No, that is a logical fallacy. By the way, let me give you a body language lesson from Sneako. Suddenly, Sneako is uncomfortable. His knees are a little bit bowed in. I don't know if you can see that. His shoulders are up in a defensive posture, is protecting his neck. That is a defensive posture, which means that he's uncomfortable. His lips are closed and his eyes are narrow. The point being, he's in fight mode. And his hands are also crossed. All indicators of closed and oppositional body posture. He's not happy with what's being said.
Different to yours as a man. So of course I might call it misogynistic and sexist.
But latching onto that and blaming the world for being misogynistic will hold you back more than however misogynistic the world actually is.
That's right.
If you believe these ideas, your thoughts and beliefs, they end up emulating and creating your reality.
Yeah, you manifest it, right?
So if you walk into a room and
That's a red flag as well. Manifest. Okay. If the girls are just using buzzwords, it means they're airheads. They have no ability to think independently, which means they're not a good bet for a long-term relationship. Because whatever the way the wind blows, whatever way the culture and society tells them to think, that's how they'll think. So already she has so many red flags. She's a litany of red flags. And we've listened to the talk for only 3 minutes, half of which she hasn't even spoken. You see, guys, once you train yourself to hear these red flags, to see these red flags, you can prevent all kinds of problems. She is not a good bet already. I can tell you that within 1 minute and a half of speaking to her. She has zero chance with me, for example. Also her age, but anyway, let's continue.
And you sit down here thinking that I'm misogynistic or that the world is oppressing you, what's going to happen is you're going to see more of it and you're going to be thinking that and the world's going to respond to that.
I don't have a victim mentality, but it's really hard.
Oh, right. I forgot about the manifest thing. So if she's saying manifest, crystals, astrology, you know, Myers-Briggs personality, Carl Jung, la la la, all this stuff, and giant red flags. Giant red flags. And when she says, I don't have a victim mindset, I'm going to quote Fresh and Fit. Stop the cap. Yeah. And again, solipsism. I don't have. Right? So when a man makes a general statement, women will almost invariably assume that he's talking about her. That's called solipsism. You assume everything is about you. The whole world is in your perspective. Everything, everyone believes as you do, and so on. But that is a logical fallacy. The world doesn't operate on what you believe the world operates like. It operates on facts, data, and statistics. All right, let's continue.
To not let things burn you a little.
Like what?
Experiences, for example, even dating, right? I consider myself a very nice, homely girl.
Stop the cap.
I would go on a date, and it's like I could be the woman that you want, but it's still not enough for a man.
Yeah. You know why? Because they've seen what I've seen. You mentioned one of these red flags, that guy's already not interested. By the way, she's also telling on herself. When she says that, she's already telling on herself. I've been on lots of dates. I've been rejected by lots of high-value men, right? And she might have not even been rejected by those men. And what I mean is, they've had bedroom fun, but then the men realize she's not a good bat, and they just leave, right? And so she's done that over and over. By the way, she's very clearly into powerful men. That's literally what her podcast is about. So, what does that tell you?
It's not ready. So then that would initially be a bad experience for me. So then say if I'd done that, and I'd gone off into the world, and done that with 10 other men, 10 more men on body count that is an issue for you, men, so then it's like, where do we stand as women?
So she's already admitted to a body count of 10. Which means she has 3 times that number. So, you see guys? It's already not looking good. Like, in my mind, I'm already cringing. I've already pulled away. This is no longer a date for me. I'm just talking. And I'm like, within half an hour, I'm going to politely excuse myself. Or maybe, you know, I haven't had bedroom fun in a while, or I want some more variety. Then maybe I'd sleep with her because she is attractive. But I wouldn't ever date her or take her seriously. Obviously, right? Too many red flags, too many problems, too much end count, too limiting belief set, not feminine enough. All right, let's continue.
Because there's a lot of good women that have the same morals and ethics that I have that are going into the world, and it's like, if a man's not ready, he won't wife you.
What does that have to do with Miss?
It's not about ready. It's about you. If a man sees that a girl is a wife, a lot of men will just take it. They'll date the girl. They'll date her seriously. It's the girls that aren't wives, that think that they are, that don't get anything.
Misogyny.
If I'd done that with like 20, 30 men, you'd be quick to say, your body counts too much. And then it starts
Indeed.
to have this battle of the sexes with the double standard and the behaviour and the way men disrespect women for wanting...
Okay. Reality is unequal, right? A man gets to 18 years old and doesn't get the attention of 1,000 girls every day if he makes a dating profile, but women do. Man at 18 years old can't just go into the club for free. Man can't just walk down the street and be given everything on a silver platter, but women can. But when a man has earned his power, his prestige, his abilities, and is superior, and then capitalizes on that by being with multiple girls, then women complain. You see? Then women complain about the double standard. Except getting laid as a man is not easy. Even Brad Pitt has been rejected. A lot.
to be as liberated as a man sexually.
So you want to have as much sex as a guy?
No, but I'm saying, like, whether I did or whether I didn't, because of the way the world...
The way that she's talking is very evasive with regards to bedroom fun, which means that she is not a good bet for paternity. She is promiscuous. And she thinks, again, notice how masculine she is in the way that she talks, right? Whether I did or I didn't, like she's some lawyer, right? That's not a feminine way of communicating.
Is and the way it views things, how do we keep it fair then?
Well, double standards exist for a reason. It doesn't have to be oppression. If this was an actual restaurant in this scenario, I'd be paying, regardless. Like, no matter what, no matter how the date went, even if you stormed off, even if you thought it was a misogynist, whatever, I'm still paying. Okay. And I'm not going to complain about that double standard. That's just, they exist for a reason. We have different roles that we're supposed to play. Double standards exist for a reason. It has a negative connotation because of female ego, but just get over it. We have different roles, and it's extremely important that we play those roles.
Yeah, so double standards. Okay. Here is the idea. Men and women have different roles in society and different expectations. And for example, let's say that Sneako and Chian were married. Somebody breaks into the house. Who's expected to sacrifice his life to protect the family? Man or woman? Well, that's obvious, right? The man. Who's expected to be chaste and not sleep around? Man or woman? Who's expected to have bedroom fun experience? Man or woman? You see? That's the point. There are double standards for a reason. That reason is men and women are different. And men and women are looking for different things in the person that they want to marry. Okay, let's continue.
This is what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah.
A woman should keep her body count as low as possible.
Really? What is it with men and
She disagrees.
wanting like a woman that is basically a virgin? So what's your
Not basically. Why? Well, she doesn't understand this, right? Because, again, women think solipsistically. They think that having a high body count is attractive because they find that attractive in men. But men don't find that attractive in women. Women find experience attractive, and they assume solipsistically that men find experience attractive, but they don't. They find the opposite attractive. And why? Well, because we are still animals. So the point is this. Men want to know that the child is theirs, right? Because women have disguised ovulation and also disguised pregnancy. You can't tell who the father is before the kid is born, and even after sometimes you can't really tell. And so the point is this. A girl that's promiscuous increases the likelihood of us having a child that isn't ours and then sacrificing our own strategy of pluralistic reproduction, right, of polygamy, sacrificing that strategy for a kid that isn't even ours and then sacrificing our resources for raising that child. That's why men want a girl who doesn't have a past, because it increases the likelihood of having children that are his own. We are still animals. We still want our genes to pass on. This is why I recommend that for your children, you get a paternity test. So you know without a shadow of a doubt that your children are your own. This way, if she cheats on you and has children with another man, you can end the relationship right there. You got pregnant by another man? Great. See ya.
body count?
Sniper out now on all platforms. What's yours?
No, we're not doing that.
Okay. Should a man pay the bill?
I've paid the bill. Like, I don't mind paying a bill, if that makes sense.
By the way, when he says, should the man pay the bill, she replies with, I have paid the bill. So she uses one instance and believes that that one instance defeats the whole argument and even counters it. But it doesn't, because that's not what he's asking. He's asking, should men pay the bill in general on the balance of probability? And that's different than her response. So when she says, I've paid the bill, I don't mind paying a bill, she's, once in a while she's saying that women should pay, which implies that she thinks men should pay. One instance, or, a few instances don't disprove the general trend.
Makes sense. I don't mind splitting it. But I think it's nice. I do like traditional values in that aspect where if a man is a protector and a provider, then look after me, you know, then pay the bill.
Right. But if you want a traditional man, then why are you not being a traditional woman? Do what your mother and grandmother and great-grandmother did, and not what the liberal society tries to brainwash you into believing that you're supposed to do.
But I think it's unfair to expect men to pay the bill.
So what expectations do you have of men?
I have really low expectations now. I'll be honest, it's...
Oh, that's also a red flag. You see, over and over and over, she has a million red flags. I have low expectations now is exactly the equivalent of the phrase, I've had my fun, now I'm ready to settle down. Before I used to choose trash men, but now you're different. I'll take you to be my husband. Also a red flag implying high-end count. Let's see what she says.
It's doing this show.
It's changed your expectations of men?
Yeah, so they're very little now.
Do they have to make more than you? Do they have to be taller than you?
To be fair, you don't have to make... In an ideal situation, I would love for a man to earn more money than me, be a protector, be a provider, but unfortunately, with the way a lot of people see the world and society sees the world with the men that are the high earners, they can't fit what I want.
Yeah, what she's saying is the men that I want don't want me, therefore I'm going to either never settle or settle and torture a man. Okay, understood. I'm not interested. See ya. Peace. Pay the bill and leave. Okay, we're going to end the video there. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit all for notifications. Drop me a donation like Tom M, Adrian R, and Hunter M. Just click more in the link in the description. Share the video. Buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. And go to my Patreon and subscribe. Patreon.com/theheliosblog. Thank you so much for listening. Especially since you listened to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, guys. And I'll see you next time.